If you are interested in watercolors, you've probably noticed on your palette that some of the colors have the letter G after the numbers, specifically on the palette. So what does it mean? The G stands for granulation. But what does the granulation mean? And how it affects when mixing up with other colors? Let's proceed in this video and I will explain you all this. My name is Ala, I'm an illustrator and watercolorist, and on today's video we will talk about granulation. What is a granulation color? Granulation is a property that some colors have, that when it is applied on the paper, the pigments fall into the group all together and create a specific texture. The granulated pigments will show up together once the paper is dried, but when it is applied on the paper, it will work like a regular paint, a regular color. But once the paper will dry, you will notice that it creates some textures. Obviously, it also depends on the paper that you use. If it is a cold pressed paper or hot pressed paper, if it has more structure or not. Because if, for example, you are using a cold pressed watercolor paper, then you will see that the pigments will fall up in these drops or irregularities of the paper. What can you use granulating colors for? For example, granulating colors you can use for different textures. Like, for example, if you want to create some beautiful brushes, branches, trees, and so on, you will use a green color that will have a granulating pigment. If you want to create some specific clouds or you want to create some beautiful sky, then you will use different types of blue color that is granulating. Watercolor granulation results from the type of pigments that were used at the pigments when those were created. As well, if you want, you can mix up colors in such a way that when you are mixing up regular colors and granulating colors, you will obtain a granulating colors. For a beginner, it is obviously quite difficult to control granulated colors on the paper, but it is just the question of time and how much you like this effect. Usually artists enjoy this effect of granulating because it is easier and beautiful to create different textures, but you have to start with something. And let's get started. I will show you all the granulating colors that I have from my palette White Nights 36 pens. Before we proceed with the working itself with the colors, I would like to show you my palette and how it shows off. So as you can see, we have cadmium red light that has the number of the pigment. Then we have if it is a light fastness, if it is opaque or not opaque paint, and how staining paint it is. And then by the end we have the letter G. The letter G reflects that this color is a granulating color. And if we take and drew pass all the palette that I have here, we can see that I have cadmium red light on this palette. Then my next color with granulation is the ultramarine color. Then we have cobalt blue color. Then cerulean blue color. Then we have chromium oxide. Then we have raw sienna, burnt umber, Mars brown with granulating colors. And now let me show you how these look like. I will start with cadmium red light. I take my paintbrush and my cadmium red. When I apply, it seems like a regular color once it is applied. I will take more color just to show you. But once it will dry, you will see how the color is granulating. You already can see now on the video that the color stays on the surface of the watercolor. As the watercolor paper is not smooth, then you can see that the granulation pigments are falling into this small spaces on the paper. Let's proceed with ultramarine. The ultramarine is one of the colors that is most commonly known as the granulating color, and mostly all of the uh, manufacturer who created the colors have the ultramarine as a granulating color. For example, this is the ultramarine granulation. Let's see how it looks, the cobalt blue granulated color. I will take more. Cobalt blue, as far as you see, it seems on this specific paper that the granulation is higher. It all depends how small are the pigments on this color, and of course of the paper. My paper is warm pressed, and this is the reason that it is not too smooth, but as well it is smoother than cold press. The next color on the palette is cerulean blue color. It is the lighter color. Then I have chromium oxide. As far as you notice from my palette, I don't use it. It is great to create some specific interesting washes for the branches from the trees, brushes, so some greenery wherever if you feel it is needed. Then from warm colors, raw sienna contains pigments, and you can see it here. And here we have burnt sienna. And my last two colors in my palette with granulation are the burnt umber and Mars brown. Okay, I will show it like this. I will leave these colors to dry. The colors have dried and you can see properly now on the paper, and I hope the camera is showing everything, not really, but at least you can see the pigments that stay inside of the paper. So what means the granulation? Here you have a closer look to this. And let's take now one granulating color and one non-granulating color, a simple color. I will proceed with ultramarine color, that is a granulating color. And then I will take ruby color. Ruby color is a red color and it is not a granulating color. So if you see here, okay, I have a mix already with blue. Now I will show you. So this is not a granulating color. Okay, it looks like a granulating, but it is not. Now I'm mixing up. And I wanted to show that this is not a granulating color and I need some clean color of it. Let me take some cadmium yellow color. Cadmium yellow is not a granulating color and you will see it properly. So you see, the yellow, cadmium yellow medium is not a granulating color. It is smooth enough. And now I will take some cobalt blue, that is a granulating color. I take more. And when mixing up, you see that the granulating color is taking over and the color, the pigment, is granulating itself. We can take some orange color, some golden deep color that is not a granulating color, and if you want, we can take some, let's take ultramarine color again. And we can see this gray color that is granulating. So now you can clearly see that the ruby color, once it dries, it is not a granulating color, but once it is mixing up with ultramarine, the granulation takes over and we can see beautiful pigments. Same happens with the yellow, cadmium yellow, that is a regular color, and we took cobalt blue color. Cobalt blue is a granulating color, and here we see the pigmentation how it takes. Then we took golden deep color, and we took once again ultramarine color that it is granulating, and you can see how it mixes up. So what I wanted to share over here is that when you are mixing up a regular color and granulation color, then you will see a granulated pigment by the end. But if you want to take only granulating colors on your work, then you can use those that you have. Just pay attention at the mark G. Once again, this is about the White Night 36 colors in pens, my palette. And as far as you see, I have 9 granulating colors. It can be that in your palette are less colors and or more. As well, it is up to you if you like to work with these granulating colors or not. Sometimes artists prefer to have only regular colors, and they are looking all the tones to have regular colors without granulation. Other artists prefer granulations, so it is really up to you which one you decide. As you can see, granulating colors seem to have their life as on their own, and we can actually create beautiful works with only granulating colors. It is up to you if you will use these watercolors in your future works or not. I really hope that you will do. And if you enjoyed this video, please thumbs up and leave a comment below, and obviously subscribe to this channel. Thank you, until next time, bye!